The views and opinions expressed on this station do not reflect the owners, management, staff, clients, or partners. Medical House presents Bermuda's most viewed and listened to talk show. The Daily Hour starts now.
Paula and Jackie, she asked. But anyway, it's Monday, the 21st day of September. Welcome to the Daily Hour, brought to you by Medical House and Linda's. I'm Jamal Hartman, along with Carla, Zul, and Jackie Lambert.
People's gonna think we're crazy. Like, what are they laughing at? I don't know.
Thanks for making this part of your daily routine. If you haven't already, share the link, start a watch party. Just get the conversation out there to your network, because Carla's okay. Awesome show for you today. We have founder member of Bermuda Youth Connect. Is it Ajai or Ajay? Ajai, right?
Ajai.
Ajai joining us. The Daily Players are who said it, so my friends are guessing a famous quote. You know, this is just gold. They will get the answer one time. Remember that time they got Denzel? I mean, they were happy, they were proud, and then
we were wrong.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But no, before we came on air, I was telling them, my alarm didn't go off today, and I missed my workout. This is only the second time I missed my workout since we started this show. And I was saying, I was up watching sports, and Carla says the Jaguars, right? And
I just saw a hashtag on Twitter.
And Jackie, obviously on point, says, did the Lakers win? And Carla says the Jaguars.
No, you're telling it backwards. You're telling it.
I'm just telling it backwards. Part because you said Jaguars. That's basketball, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. Did you say that?
But you said the other part first. You said you was watching sports, and then you said something about Jackie after did someone win, and then I said, against the Jaguars.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And then you said Jaguars. That's basketball, right?
No clue. Is it? I feel it's Jacksonville Jaguars, right?
So let me just throw something else out there for you, Carla. Let me throw something else.
You're bullying me again.
You do realize that Tiger Woods plays golf, not tennis, and Serena plays tennis, not golf, right?
Yeah.
You got that? Look, I don't know. I'm just trying to because you sounded so confident when you said Jaguars. That's basketball, right? So look, before we start the show, I just want to make sure everyone was clear as to what it is. And by the way, it is Monday, right?
Yeah, but what is it? Jaguars is just a Jaguars is football.
It's the Jacksonville. I'm saying Jacksonville like a Bermudian. Jacksonville Jaguars are a National Football League team. So yes, they are.
That's football.
Yes. Woo! That was.
But I missed the Heat joke in the beginning. But damn, just before we came on air, Jackie said, "Yeah, Heat's fan," and I was like, "No," but I know Heat is basketball too.
Yeah, basically what she's saying, since you have no clue about sports teams, then you're gonna be a Heat fan. She's trying to help
her. Wait, with you, Jackie? Okay, I'm there then.
Like me.
Yeah, and that's helpful. I mean, I'm South Florida, so I'm riding with the Heat right now myself. So anyway, let's get this show off the road.
It's Miami Heat. Why was I thinking it was in California? No, I'm not even joking. So who's is LA Lakers and LA who have the clash? Who's the other one? Clippers. Oh, see, I don't watch basketball anymore. Okay, I'm got you, Jack. I'm with you. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm had an off morning. Let me be trying. I'm had an off morning. I just 7 minutes before the show, someone was banging on the door where my desk is ready to show. I ran down her. The Wi-Fi scan in and out. I'm off. I'm sorry. I need some Zen.
But
Okay.
I mean, this is you every day. So what part's off? You know, I mean, I'm just trying to help you out there, sis. Wow, Jackie, why are you doing it like that? Gee.
Wow.
So look, we have young Ajai Peets on today, which should be a good show. So folks, honestly, I encourage you to make sure that you share with your friends, let them know that young people will be on discussing politics, because so often younger people are dismissed and you don't or they're being criticized for not exercising their votes or sharing their opinions on these things. So you want to make sure we're engaging with Ms. Peets as we get into the conversation this morning. Do I have bags under my eyes?
I know I do. I've been up all weekend doing my schoolwork, and I got it done.
I'm good, sir.
Good. Oh, good stuff, callers. I mean, you could have been out drinking with me and Jackie, but no, you were a good person, stayed in, got your studying done. It's stormy weather in Bermuda right now. What's the story like? Is it, Jackie, is it really windy right now? Is she listening for you?
It's a little bit of rain. I am. I don't hear anything. I'm on a little hill in my apartment.
Oh, okay. So basically, she lives in a mine, right? She's down in the mine.
She's in the bunker.
Yeah, that's what it is. Just down there with Donald. So
I am.
Elizabeth says it's a little windy.
I chased a bird. That's about it.
Oh, our unofficial weather guy James Burt says wind is picking up from the north now. Okay, so I think the closest point, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be midday today in Bermuda, correct?
120 miles away.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just say this before we get. I mean, go on, folks. I'm hearing that it was like cop match on South Shore yesterday, right? And then Carla shared this video on Twitter with some folks getting well, they got splashed with a wave. It's not funny. It's not. Why are you laughing?
Because I cannot believe, and I'm thankful that there weren't any children with them, but I cannot believe that adults were that silly. And it's that big drop at Elbow Beach where if the wave had taken them out, they could potentially become casualties. I cannot believe they were that crazy. They didn't think about that.
Yeah. The
guy at the end was funny. Asking warn about that red wave.
Honestly, his tip, his like, oh, I'm glad I didn't tell him because I got it on camera. But let me say that on camera, make it look good, right? Now that was it's funny now that everyone's safe, but we've got to use better judgment and caution, folks. We definitely have to. So I understand that sometimes our lives are not as exciting, and we want to go and catch these waves that we don't see all the time. But we definitely want to use a bit more sense when going out and seeing this. So look, I'm getting to the guest today. So we have Ajai Peets coming on, right? But one of the things that I wanted to touch on before we even got to young people and political views is, did anyone see the PLP rally? Okay. You put your hand up.
I saw bits of it.
You saw bits? Well, for those on listening on the Full 100 radio, Carla did put her hand up. And I'm not sure why she's going mute on me. I mean, is something wrong, Carla?
You know what? Being totally fair, the sound quality was horrible, but I get it. It was Facebook, and with technology, period, we know how things can go. At first, I thought the young lady, I thought she was a bit much, but I realized that she really had to bring energy to convey it to the watchers. So her name was Alexandria Williams, I think. So, young lady, I tip my hat to you. I think that I also think that the rally, correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't feel it was the right time to have a rally, because what are you rallying for? There was no platform. So I don't think that some of the candidates used their time optimally. I think that some of them just needed some help in public speaking. They might have been a bit nervous. I just wasn't impressed. But some I thought were very excellent. Very excellent. Were very good. But overall, I'm just like, there's still no platform at this point. So what are you rallying for? That's just me.
Jackie, you said you caught bits of it, right? I think Jackie's having Wi-Fi issues there.
It was. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. You keep cutting out, but go ahead.
Okay, sorry. The bits and pieces I saw, like Carla said, there's no platform, so I was trying to figure out what would happen. So I thought that maybe they were going to release some of the information at rally. So I kept tuning back in to catch that, and I never got that. I got some great music. I got
great
some
music.
entertainment, but I got a little bit of entertainment, but I don't know what it was really for. Sorry.
Well, I think people's expectations are interesting. I mean, yesterday, MP Chris Famous said, let me actually find it real quickly, because it confused me more than anything. And I'm just like, politics is such a game, and I just can't wait to black people get beyond the point of, I guess, feeling like they need politics and not understanding that politics and politicians need them. But let me see. Oh man, I screenshot it. But basically, did you hear the premier's dig at Mark Bean? Well, I think it was at Mark Bean, where he was speaking at the end, and he was like, "Oh, some of us don't even believe in that COVID exists," or something like that. I was like, "Oh, that's a dig." But Famous said on the post by elderly PLP fan, Ferbert, says that anyone who wants to win a seat does not need a debate to win seats. Try this as a start. Canvassing, building relationships with voters, community service, workable plans. I think that's such BS, because I'm like, anyone that wants to win a seat does not need a debate. Well, if that's the case, that can fall in with canvassing. He didn't mention try this as a start platforms. He didn't mention also the work we've done. Like, what are you standing on? You know what I'm saying? I think, and that's my boy. Let me be very clear. This is one of the hardest work, and this is someone I actually value, and I would trust as an MP. But I think when it comes to the politics, like stuff like this here, I get lost, because what you're trying to do is pretty much set things the way you want them to be that are in your benefit. But at the end of the day, if the person should be interested in canvassing, building relationship with voters, community service, and workable plans, why is that more important than a debate? And then the biggest thing not mentioned is, what have you done to earn the vote while in government? Because at the end of the day, I want to know, if you're the incumbent, and let's just say that he was in the opposition. Like I said to MP Ben Smith, I want to know what bills you tabled. I don't want to know what committees you sat on. I don't want to know how many hedges you cut. I want to know, what bills did you table that pretty much impacted the way we live in this society. So it's a bit unfortunate that people are trying to shape things how they want to see them. Now, I want to get to the point of Robert Durham mentioned something here. You don't need a platform to have a rally. Oh, I agree. I definitely agree. I think the rally is to generate interest and to mobilize your base. At the end of the day, at this point, I'm pretty sure people are going to vote regardless of whether or not they have a platform. But here's the most interesting thing. We have to get to the news soon. But one of the most interesting things of everything that I'm hearing, and I'm glad that we have Miss Peets coming on this morning to give some insight as to where young people stand on this. But a lot of people are asking for the platforms, right? I really hope that when you get them, you read them, you challenge them, and you hold people accountable against them. Because if you asked anyone right now, I guarantee you 100% of the people won't be able to tell you what was in the PLP's 2017 election platform. So we can
I'd be one of them.
You feel me? So yeah, let's just be consistent, let's be honest, and let's go to the news at this point so that Carla can get us checked in for the week. Boy, I feel like I'm got bags under my eyes.
With the southeast end of the island already taking a bashing by ocean swells, Bermuda is preparing to face a second hurricane in as many weeks. With winds gusting up to 75 miles per hour and torrential showers, Hurricane Teddy's closest point of approach is expected to be around noon. Please be safe, Bermuda. A driver has landed in the hospital after her car hit a pillar and flipped on its side. The injured woman was treated at the scene by firefighters yesterday for a neck injury and scratches to her face before being taken to the King Edward VII Memorial Hospital. The incident happened at the junction of Scour Hill and Somerset Road in Sandys at 4 p.m. Police said the woman was driving east along Somerset Road when she failed to negotiate the bend and struck a pillar at the entrance of a nearby driveway. The vehicle flipped on its side in the westbound lane. Hope she's okay. The world could be heard cheering for 24-year-old Zendaya last night as she became the youngest actress and only the second Black woman in Emmy history to win the award for the Best Lead Actress in the drama series for her role in Euphoria. Meanwhile, a Nebraska bar owner who was indicted by a grand jury last week in the fatal shooting of a Black protester has died by suicide. Jake Gardner, 38, was found dead inside a medical clinic outside of Portland, Oregon, yesterday afternoon. He was indicted at a Douglas County, Nebraska grand jury on Wednesday on charges of manslaughter, the use of a firearm in commission of a felony, attempted first-degree assault, and terroristic threats. The charges stem from the May 30th shooting of a 22-year-old man outside Gardner's bar during protests related to the police killing of George Floyd. And turning to news in the UK, the UK is at a critical point in the coronavirus pandemic and heading in the wrong direction. The government's chief medical advisor will warn during a televised briefing scheduled to be held later today. Professor Chris Whitty believes the country is facing a very challenging winter period. This coming after the Prime Minister spent the weekend considering whether to introduce further measures in England. On Sunday, a further 3,899 daily cases and 18 deaths were reported in the UK. Today is September 21st, guys. Be thankful for the small things. Today is World Gratitude Day. There are so many things to be grateful for and so many ways to celebrate, but one is very simple, yet can have a tremendous effect on someone else's life. Take the time to help those who are less fortunate than us. And don't forget, Medical House. Oh, I forgot the weather. I'm so sorry. Turning to weather. So give me a quick. No, I know, but I wanted to do the international weather as well. So as we know, Bermuda is
Bermuda.
So, yes, there is a hurricane. Bermuda, just stay safe, guys, and hopefully you can stay dry. Well, the high today in Atlanta is predicted to be 68, and tomorrow it's going to be 75. Had to cheat there and just do two temperatures for one place. And don't forget, Medical House is your number one source of PPE supplies, masks, face shields, disinfectants, sanitizers, gloves, gowns, no-touch thermometers, and so much more at the lowest prices. Visit Medical House at 22 Millreach Lane in Pembroke. And it's Monday, so you know what that means. It's Reggae Mondays all day on the 4100 radio. Don't miss the mix with Juggle and Jason from noon to 3 p.m. Bermuda time. That's it for your daily hour news break.
All right, we'll be right back with Ajai Peets, young person from Bermuda Youth Connect. Really looking forward to the conversation. Should be exciting. So, join us.
Good day, Medical House, Doris speaking. Can I help you?
Medical House is Bermuda's leading one-stop shop for healthcare. Bermuda's top doctors, dentists, care homes, and the hospital choose Medical House for a wide range of products.
Anything that we ask them to do, they come through.
These same professional quality products are available to you for home healthcare.
If we can use them, we definitely do so.
Medical House is best known for its uniforms and footwear. It also has restaurant uniforms that stand up to even the toughest shifts. If you're on your feet all day, Medical House has comfortable and stylish shoes that are also durable and easy to clean. Everyone needs some help cleaning up, and Medical House has got it. Leading-edge janitorial, facility, and maintenance supplies are all here. Medical House is on Millreach Lane in Pembroke, where there's private parking right outside the door. Call or visit Medical House today.
We're welcoming the return of a popular feature this month, Bragg Live Food Products. Paul Bragg was the man behind the products, and during his lifetime originated health food stores and promoted nutrition education throughout the media, helping us make healthful choices when we shop for and prepare food. Best known for his live cider vinegar, Bragg also brings us a variety of super nutritious and flavorful foods and condiments. Try Bragg Organic Sea Kelp Delight Seasoning, Herb and Spice Sprinkle, and Raw Unfiltered Apple Cider Vinegar. Nindo's, why go anyplace else?
Welcome back to the Daily Hour. Jamal Hartman, Carla Zul, Jackie Lambert. Don't forget, folks, if you don't know already, if you're watching on Facebook, you can also watch us on YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel, so make sure you sign up to that. Couple of funny videos. I'm not in them, by the way. Obviously, the two comedians are here with me. So check out our YouTube page. Make sure you go and subscribe to our YouTube page. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, but the show is live on several different platforms, so there's no need to miss us at any time. But without further ado, running a bit behind, let's bring on our guest for the day, founding member of Bermuda Youth Connect, Ajai Peets. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me? Just want to do a quick check.
Yep, we can hear you. Yes, we can.
All right, perfect.
It is pronounced Ajay or Ajay, right?
Ajay.
Ajay. Thank you for correcting me. I do not like that name wrong. You know, people say Jamal, and I look at them like, unless you pronounce Jamal, I'm not responding. So Ajay. Okay. Thank you for taking the time. This was a late.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. We connected really late, so as of basically Saturday night, we got to have a conversation, and you were around and able to do this. And despite the weather, you made it happen. So I really appreciate you. Let's get right into the conversation. Talk to us a bit about Bermuda Youth Connect for people who may not know. Tell us a bit about Bermuda Youth Connect.
Well, Bermuda Youth Connect has kind of been in the back of my pocket for a couple years now. I just, it was something I wanted to really focus on after my further education, but due to this economical climate, political climate, I felt that this was the best time to launch it. So I got together with a group of wonderful, intelligent young women, and we launched Bermuda Youth Connect. And the mission is to bridge the gap between young people and our political leaders. Through our time in youth parliament, we had such an engaging experience with our leaders, very closely. And a lot of young people don't have that opportunity. So we wanted to make Bermuda Youth Connect to bring our political leaders to the young people, because there's a lot of conversations that need to be said and a lot of issues that need to be addressed. And a lot of people don't have the opportunities to have the time to speak with our political leaders. And likewise, political leaders don't really have the time as well. So we wanted to bridge that gap to create a forum to bring young people and our political leaders together to have this conversation.
Nice.
Nice. So, Ajay, as a young person, what seems to matter more, canvassing, the platforms, or the history of the political entity?
It's a youth organization. I am hoping between this year and next year that we will actually become a registered charity. But we have so many plans and initiatives going forward. We've brainstormed and discussed some ideas in the future in terms of maybe doing some fundraising and donating to other youth-led organizations. But this is just a group where we just want to maybe organize different forums and discussions with our leaders and build a rapport with our leaders. That way we can build a relationship, so that way we can have more discussions going forward in the future.
Okay. What are some of the pressing issues that you would like to see after the election?
Well, right now, with COVID-19, there's so many economical issues that really hit young people directly in terms of unemployment, cost of living, and just opportunities to come back home. And I'm seeing a trend now where a lot of young people are deciding to stay abroad and not coming back home due to the lack of opportunities home for employment. And it's a mess now with all this COVID-19, because it's really taken all of the opportunities that some people did have in terms of contracts with internships and other jobs that have been canceled due to the pandemic.
So, Ajai, as a young person, what seems to matter more, canvassing, platforms, or history of the political parties?
Honestly, canvassing is a little old school in my opinion, going door to door. I feel as though canvassing is more geared towards the older generation. I feel as though the young people appreciate more of a platform in terms of directly speaking to our political leaders directly and having these conversations, which is why we organize this forum. We've had an overwhelming response from all of young people across the island, sending in different topics and questions that they would like to ask to our leaders. And most of the time, we only really see our political leaders coming to our doors around election time. So it's not really that beneficial to young people.
And what do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about younger voters?
Well, I personally feel that they underestimate our intelligence sometimes and our value as a voter. Most of the time, I feel as though politicians will come to a door and be like, oh, this family tends to lean PLP or OBA. Their younger children may follow suit. And that's another issue that we really want to address, is because we really want to put out this mentality to our young people to be conscious voters. Don't necessarily vote for a party just because your family has a history voting for a party. And this is why the forum is important, because we want to put forward all the parties on display so they can talk about each of their ideologies and beliefs. That way, as a young voter, I can sit down, listen to it, engage, and make a decision as to which party or which representative will best represent me.
Now, in the recent news article, which featured you and your fellow founders, a comment underneath said that they hope that your organization became a pressure group, as in their opinion, the People's Campaign did not. What are your thoughts on that?
Trust me, it's been, we didn't realize how hard it was going to be until we initially started this. Each party has a very hectic schedule, so it's hard to really rally them together. And we've had some bumps and curves, but we are sure that it will be very successful tomorrow. We've also been working with Memes as well for their leader debate that hopefully will happen before the election. And that's why we put together our press release in terms of why it's important for the debate to take place. And we're just going to keep pushing through, and we're not giving up. We're not stepping down, and we're going to take this to the plate and make sure that our needs are addressed, because we are the next generation and we need to be heard.
Okay, so let me just sidestep based on what I was going to ask you. I am overly impressed, and I say not many things impress me. I can, if I'm honest, but what's impressive is your response, especially about young people voting historically with how their families have voted. You want, we were just talking earlier, and I had talks this weekend where people were saying that, oh, no one reads the platforms anyway, who cares? And that's exactly what you're looking for. I just read before you came on how we have a member of parliament discussing what he believes, or what the narrative that he is trying to create as to, well, a debate shouldn't matter, or, didn't mention platforms, but thinks it's about canvassing and community this way. You've really articulated well. And you were very careful with your words. You're not necessarily speaking for your entire generation, but you actually were very clear in your opinion. So I hope my hope is that all this energy and work is not only inspiring other people around you and like you, but it's inspiring those who are seeking votes like yours to actually make the changes and understand that, you know what, there is another generation. Let them not be the forgotten one when it comes to getting things done. With that said, Bermuda Youth Connect, you're having a pre-election youth forum. It's expected to have it tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Tell us a bit about what you hope to get out of this event.
So the youth forum will be taking place, and it'll be live streamed across all of Bermuda Youth Connect's social media platforms. And what we have done, and we've reached our goal of 2 representatives from each party. And we'll be talking about a plethora of different topics, from education to different economical issues like unemployment, scholarship diversity, cannabis reform, and many different topics that we're very passionate about. And we wanted to really make it a balance. We didn't want to showcase each party differently, because we are a bipartisanship. We're not supportive of any individual party as us. We wanted to put forward and make sure it was non-biased, and that way a young voter can come and view it and make a decision based on what they've heard.
Now, talking about non-biased, because it's no secret you're the daughter of Pastor Peets.
Yeah.
So how do you get people to understand that it's not biased? Because some may say, oh, this has just been put in place. Ajay is definitely PLP because her dad's PLP. How do you negate that?
Wow. I am a young person, and all of the issues that are addressed affect me too. And I've suffered due to unemployment, and I've had to look and sought through other options and build myself up financially by becoming an entrepreneur. And I've struggled with scholarships and not being able to get that. And all these issues affect everybody under the age of 30. And what I say to everybody who says that my father, who's running for the PLP, is that I am his daughter, and I support him and anything that he does as an individual. Yes, he's supporting that platform, but as a young person and as a voter, I look at things individually. So if I see somebody and I agree with their platform and what they are putting out, then I would support that. I know my father, I know his intentions, and I know that he's a servant for the people. And I know that he will do his best to be a great person, and he's not, he's just a good person altogether. And I'm obviously going to support that.
Absolutely. So I since Carla mentioned your father, I wasn't going to do this because it makes me seem like a mature adult at some point. And but I did ask you before, as we were planning this, who your father was, because your father, Carla, and myself have a bit of history.
Right.
And I remember when your father, Carla, and myself, Carla and did this show. Was it called The Family Show?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't remember.
And I remember all the children were so tiny, right? You were so young. And then I thought about it after you told me, yes, that's your father. Wow. That was a good 12 years ago.
I go 21 tomorrow.
What?
Happy birthday, Red.
Thank you.
Well, happy birthday. I say that because you can see the phenomenal job, even the way in which you answered that phenomenal job that you've done, your parents have done,
right,
in creating a leader. So props to them.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I have family members in every single party. I have family members that have been in the UBP, OBA, and FDM. So I'm across all boards. It's not just my father. And I have my own political opinions because I've been politically engaged from a very young age. And I make my own opinions. And honestly, I keep my dad on his toes because me and him butt heads sometimes with different topics. But it's definitely good diversity in this household. And it's definitely a bipartisanship. And my views will not affect the Bermuda Youth Connect because it's not just me that's representing this group. It's many different people, many different faces and backgrounds. So it's definitely going to move forward with that mentality.
One more question, if you don't mind. So, Ajai, as well, I know you're the oldest of 4.
Yes.
Do you feel that you're a role model to your siblings, and because they have you as big sister, that they will inevitably become politically engaged at a young age as well?
Yes. And all of my siblings, we all have different personalities, but we're all very intelligent and we always like to have these conversations. So when the Black Lives Matter movement was very prominent, especially a couple of months ago, we were always engaged in different conversations about that. And my younger sister actually wanted to go to a protest in Florida. So we're all politically engaged and we always love having these conversations as a family as well.
All right. I guess my next question would be, when are you putting your head in the ring? But let's some comments. We have quite a few coming through for you. Tamara Richardson says her why is so clear, so young. This young woman is well on her way. What an inspiration to anyone of any age looking for the path to success. We have one. Erica Rance Mills says, kudos to our family for encouraging individuality. And that's something that I hope people take away from this because, again, it's so easy to connect someone with the legacy of their parents or the path of that or family or whoever. And I think it's important because I came across something on social media this weekend where I understand a person's connection through family, through something. But we are all individuals. You may be there. Let's go to a few more. All right, you have one. So where can the forum be found tomorrow?
So it'll be across all of our platforms at Bermuda Youth Connect, all one word, on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. And I believe we may be on Burn News as well. Don't quote me on that, but we will be working on that as well. But we also will be looking to kind of put everything together, make a video, and just put it out to different platforms as well once the forum is completed. And also, we also are working with Burmeans on the debate, and we hope that it will take place because that is very important. It doesn't matter how small a group is or how big a group is. They are running, and we need to hear all sides.
Mm-hmm. And let me ask this, because there's so many young people who seem not to be interested in the political process. What would you say to those people?
I disagree with that statement, actually. I think a lot of young people, I actually think that we are the most socially conscious generation of our time. Through social media, you see all the hashtags and different movements. We're all politically inclined. It's just that through the structure of how politics works, we just don't have the opportunity to be heard. And I also feel that most of the time we're minimized in terms of our opinions and views. It's almost like we're told we have to wait for our time, but our time is today and now. I'm breathing just like you, and everything that is decided in terms of government affects me and my future. So I should have a say on what is taking place.
I didn't know people still got told they have to wait their time.
It's definitely something that and it may not be said explicitly, but the microaggressions in terms of authority and seniority is definitely still there. We're supposed to respect our elders, and I've had different situations where I've engaged in political conversations with people much older than me, and I've personally have felt that they don't respect my views, or they're just like, oh, that's cute, you're smart or whatever for your age. Like for my age, like I'm just smart, period.
And she has been for a long time.
Yeah, like I said, refreshing. Is there anything you need to tell anyone in the audience as it relates to what your organization is trying to accomplish and what they can do to probably assist?
another underlining goal that we do have is that we are really trying to encourage the youth vote. If you are registered to vote, vote. A vote is a representation of your voice, and a vote is your right to make sure that we hold our leaders accountable. So if you don't vote, then we can't really hold our political leaders accountable. So we need to get our votes out. That's a representation of your voice.
Yeah, she put me in my place this morning, I guess. Jay, thank you so much for joining us for I mean, what I just feel is one of the most important conversations we've had in the lead up to this election. Sorry about my mic, it seems is echoing. Really appreciate what you've brought, what you've offered. And again, just connected with you on Saturday night and being able to make the time to do this. Seriously, it's appreciated. And if there's anything we can do to assist you going forward, share information. You have my information. Just please reach out. Give Dr. Peets and your mom our regards, and we look forward to having you back on sometime again.
Thank you so much. This was an amazing opportunity, and I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation.
All right.
Nice seeing you.
I'm going to talk about you. I feel better about myself once you leave. All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All righty. Man, I mean, woo. Yeah, she told me. I tell me all about what the vote is, and got me feeling all. But what you?
I love it. Well, as you know, some people we know were mouthy little 21-year-olds, naming no names. I appreciate the fact that she is assured, and she said something. What did she say? And I said, I was cute as a quote. She said the thing about time, and that resonated with me. And she said, basically, like, the time is now. And I think that people do need to listen. This era coming up, because my daughter's 19, this era coming up are not playing, and I love it. Make the next generation accountable. These are our leaders of tomorrow. I love it.
And as someone said,
somebody to watch.
Happy 21st birthday to her tomorrow. I mean, send us something, folks, like just a congratulatory or give us some inspiration. But I really enjoyed her for so many reasons. This was not we often see politicians who have been doing this for years get into these spaces, and we don't have to look far back on this show to see how unprepared they seem, how unassured they seem. She was assured, she was prepared, she was confident, and I think it all comes from she was genuine. She was very unapologetic in where she stood for what she's looking for. And I want to go back to a comment. I think someone said she doesn't need to put her head in the ring. She's creating her own. That's everything she came across as. She spoke as an entrepreneur that is looking to to fulfill a need that she sees in her community. And so I hope that she's able to inspire so many more. She put me in my place about the vote. She also put me in my place of dispelling the thought about young voters not interested. With that said, I think one of the things I'm 39 now. I think I turned. I have to get this right because apparently I tell people I'm 3 years younger, according to somebody. I honestly am. But I think I'm 39, and I think sometimes people forget that they are not considered youth anymore. So I want to get specifics. Like I would say a young voter, what 18 to 25? Like what is considered the youth vote at this point? Is what I would want clarity on. And the reason I think that's important is because different generations require different things politically, correct? So no, I think having not even hit her 21st birthday, she was awesome. Seriously.
She's been a high flyer from very young. I've listened to you say about 12 years ago. I've known Ajai and since she was probably about 10 or 8, and when she was going Harrington Sound, and she had all those signs then. So great things are in store for her.
Look at this. Sloan, thank you. 18 to 25, right?
That's what I thought too.
Somebody says 18 to 39. No, I honestly cannot consider myself in that youth demographic. And I'm not saying I'm old. I'm not saying I'm old by any shot. I'm simply saying I think someone who's 25 is requiring something that's much different from someone that's 39. But
Right.
it can all be broken down in so many ways. But you know,
I think 60 is young, so
you think what's young?
60. As I creep up to 50, 60 is young, so it's all relative.
It's relative. Wow. Sheldon Eugene Fox 2 says she more in tune than the current candidates. She was very in tune, and I think what we have to do is we have to support young people like her. We definitely have to make sure that we don't overwhelm them, that we support them, and that we protect her. We have to protect her, because I've seen many young people get into politics, and it's like, and I know it's a sports analogy, but I'll use one that, you know, you have young footballers, they break onto the scene at very young ages, and then before you know it, something's gone wrong, and that's because their clubs or their managers did not protect them. I hope that we protect this young lady, because politics, as we know, can be very cruel and brutal to people. So it's important not only that we support her, but we protect her as time goes on. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to have the daily play. And don't forget, this week we have a huge week for you. Tomorrow, we're supposed to have a rep from Social Justice Bermuda. And then on Thursday, the Honorable Dr. Ewart Brown, the former Premier of Bermuda, will be joining us. Never a dull conversation with the former leader of Bermuda. And then on Friday, Mr. Craig Simmons, economist, will be on, and we'll be discussing the local and global economy and what we can do to fix it. But we'll be right back, and getting back to the conversation with the daily play, daily inspiration, and then we'll let you go and enjoy your, I can't say windy day, because some people well, it's still bad weather here. I'm sure it's some sunshine somewhere in the world, right, Carla? Manchester?
It's sunny in Manchester.
There you go.
Bermuda College has facilitated the success of thousands of Bermuda students since 1974. Today, we take great pride in providing quality instruction, innovative education, and unparalleled student support. Bermuda College is now seeking to extend its tradition of customized commitment by recruiting credentialed faculty who share our passion for delivering instruction that will inspire and challenge minds.
For as long as I can remember, I've had a passion for showing students how relevant mathematics is outside of the classroom. Teaching at Bermuda College has afforded me the opportunity to do just that. Using various forms of technology and ever-evolving pedagogy, I make the curriculum come alive for the students. And when they understand it, every moment of preparation was worth it.
To learn more, plan to attend one of the online information sessions. Times and webinar details are on the college website at college.bm.
All right, welcome back. Jamal Hartman, Carla Zul, Jackie Lambert. We are the Daily Hour on you this Monday for you. Carla, you said it's sunny in Manchester, right?
Sure is. That's why you can't see me.
Yeah, it's been kind of cool up in the northeast of the U.S. And then Jackie, obviously, yeah, it's kind of windy and wet where you are as well as where I am.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up outside.
Oh, really? The winds are picking up? And you said, somebody said, what time's the
I'm
close?
talking about Hill. It's supposed to be noon.
Noon? Okay. Well, I
But
wish
I want to go
Bermuda.
outside and catch it already.
So you got extra wind up on that hill then?
Yeah.
All right. Well, wishing
But the
you.
footage was awesome, though.
What's that?
I'm sorry. The footage and the pictures are I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Seeing the waves and the water. Oh, I just love it. I mean, I'm not gonna be in it, but I wish Bermuda to be safe. But I just love the pictures. Keep them coming, please.
Rameem shared a nice video of Spittle Pond and South Shore. It is amazing to watch, like, honestly, appreciating nature. And I think, you know, hurricanes, when you know, despite the tragedies that happen, are a time for cleansing. When you think of it, it's nature telling us we need a reset or a restart. And so to see it now with all the technology, people using drones and capturing footage of what it's looking like, it is quite amazing to see.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to a comment we have. Quentin Stubble says protection would be compromised if some power to do so that would either need to realize and exercise their own power to be the benefactors of a source that is not vested in the status quo. And I think that's to my comment of protecting Ajay. And Sheldon Eugene Fox, I am young, 25 plus shipping. That is so something. That is something Carla would say. Carla, sorry.
I like that shipping, except I'll say hips and handles, but
yeah.
Oh, you want me to read? I'm sorry. I thought you said that's something I would say. My bad. What is happening right now, especially in the US, is a convergence of 3 generations upon the political scene because we're all fed up of being fed up. Baby boomers, Generation X, and Generation Y, millennials. That's why it feels different this time around in both Bermuda and the US.
Sloan Johnson.
I didn't know I was a Generation X. I'm excited.
Really, Carla?
I didn't know until last week.
We'll come back to that. Sloan Johnson says, I think it's important to note that while Ajay is exploring her individuality, her parents have created a safe space for her to do so, which is why she's so open and honest with her views. That is something that is lacking in many households. Indeed. Renee, Sherilyn Simmons, I felt the cleansing with Paulette. Erica Rance Mill says, please let us know how we, the older generation, can help you, even if it's just via donations. Once you get your charity status, keep on keeping on. What we do today will impact you tomorrow. And I think that's directly to Ajay. So thanks, everyone, for the support. Let's jump right into the daily play. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Jackie, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So here we go. This is a very easy one. It's popular. It's been on memes, but something tells me that's not going to help either of you much. Quote, the man who views the world. What are you laughing at?
Because you're so rude.
All right, here we go.
How are we supposed to have faith in ourselves if you don't have faith in us?
No. Don't worry about the outsiders. Don't worry about me. I'm one of those bad teachers. I'm the teacher that you all will vote to not have back. So don't worry about me. All right, here we go. Quote: the man who views the world at 50 the same way he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life. End quote.
I know the quote, but who said it? I think it's going to be Denzel Washington for real this time, but you wouldn't do that to us twice, would you?
Possibly.
Would you? Yes, Denzel Washington.
No, it's not.
I've heard the quote, but who is it, Jackie? You're laughing. Who is it?
I'm laughing because he went to press the button and I thought he was gonna be like, pew, pew. That was nothing.
No, I didn't go and press the button. That's not what I did.
It looked like he was about to.
I've heard it so many times, but I can't think who it is. And you said it's easy, so it's modern. Barack Obama?
It was modern. Will Smith.
Will Smith. Who views the world at 50 the same way he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life.
Will Smith.
I'll give you a couple hints. Known as the greatest.
Oh, Muhammad Ali.
There you go. All right. All right. Go ahead. No, all right. You got it. So folks, they couldn't see the comments. So someone did say Muhammad Ali, and I used Shari gave you the hint. So you did get that right. You did get that right in the end. So congratulations to Carla, officially one of.
And Jackie is a team, one like you. Teamwork, Jackie. We got it.
Okay, congratulations to the team of Carla and Jackie, who are one of 125. They're getting better at this game. They're getting better at this game. All right, let's get to a comment we have from Sheldon Eugene Fox. Says, Carla,
Looking at this show with multiple hosts that bring their own perspective based on experiences and age demographics is representative of what we need to bring Bermuda forward. Well, that's such a nice compliment. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef. Well, to be fair, am I allowed to ask women their age? Like,
Jamal's not that much younger than me.
So how old are you, Jackie?
I go 32 on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're September, babe. Man, greatness.
Right. 30 what, Jackie? 30. What'd she say? At 32?
2.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
were 32.
I remember 32. That's so
hold
cute.
Hold up, Carla.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be very clear, because you just made a comment talking about I'm not that much younger than you. Let's just put in perspective. We are in, if we go by generations, we actually are in 2 different generations, right? We were born in 2 different decades. So do not try to include me in your no, you can't do that, because people
You are less than a decade. You are less than a decade younger than me, young man. You are 8 years younger than me.
So you're hanging on to 2 years, Carla. You're hanging on to that 2 years. That's nothing to celebrate. That's nothing to anyway. But no, I appreciate that comment for sure. We definitely do have very different perspectives, and even having Ajai on this morning, how she even differed from me and her opinions about younger voters. So I definitely appreciate it. Obviously, the elder being Sherry Lynn, when she's not in a derogatory way neither, but Shari's experiences are very different. She's probably seen and experienced much more than us as well. So really appreciate that comment. What's a Libra?
October. Up to October 20th. So September 20th to October 20th.
Oh, that's like what a Virgo.
That
What do they call those? Like signs? Like what do they call those things?
Oh, the zodiac.
Oh, zodiacs. I guess.
But it's totally going out of whack now because it's a 13th one, but people seem to be ignoring it. I do know a little something. So there's an extra one that's thrown. Like I wouldn't be a Taurus anymore if that's not happening. So I don't even acknowledge that 13th one.
I guess. So yeah, I think I was told I was a Virgo, and I thought people were calling me a well. No, let's get the inspirational quote of the day on that note. Carla, what you got for us?
If you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Steve Jobs.
Yeah, sounds about right to me. Jackie, any final words before we let people go and start their week?
Yes, to everybody that's in Bermuda, please respect nature and stay inside and stay safe. Once the hurricane passes, please check on your loved ones, check on your neighbors. Not everybody around you is able to clean up their property, so please check on them and assist where you can.
Obviously, Jackie having a little bit of Wi-Fi, so please forgive her this morning, but you got the gist of what she's saying. So respect nature and check on your loved ones. Carla, what you got for us?
I echo that sentiment. Just be safe, Bermuda. Look out for one another. And be responsible. Stop worrying about waves and stuff when you be risking your lives, please.
For like and views.
It's the age we live in. I mean, I go on Twitter and I see these pictures of people hanging off of mountains taking pictures for social media and stuff. So it's just it's crazy. I mean, people would die for a like, literally. That said, don't forget, folks. Thanks again to Medical House Lindos. Obviously, you see Bermuda College and Bermuda, the Ministry of Health as well, for trusting our platform to connect with you, the audience. Don't forget, next week, the election is next week already, so we will have election night coverage. We'll be, engaging you that entire night. We will likely have people posted at the headquarters of each political party, getting some feedback from them. So make sure you tune in with us. We'll be giving you more details as that date gets closer. Tomorrow, social justice. Wednesday still up in the air. So once we get the Wednesday finalized, we'll let you know. Dr. Ewart Brown, former premier of Bermuda, will be on Thursday, and then economist Craig Simmons. A really forward one. October 5th, the week of October 5th is Mental Health Week. So we'll be focusing a lot on mental health. This is an important topic that people feel like isn't discussed enough. So write that down in your calendar, as we have various experts on that week. Anyway, we appreciate you. We love you. And we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you tomorrow.
Thanks for tuning in to The Daily Hour, brought to you by Medical House. All recorded episodes and highlights can be found at thedailyhour.com. Stay connected with us by following us at The Daily Hour on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.